I want to take this time out of the beginning of the song to thank everyone who supported Hockoebottomboy thus far. Whether you let me sleep in your apartment, whether you put my sticker on your car, whether you bought a hoodie, bought a t-shirt, whether you responded to one of my texts, whether you liked a message of mine, whether you listen to my SoundCloud, it's all you that make this possible, man. I need my fans just as much as y'all need me. Storm.
Nobody around me knows me better than I know myself. Even when I do a show, I do it just to show myself. Reaching for the stars because I'm nothing like everyone else. Never settled for the money, never bought a Gucci belt. Thank you for your service, it's the only time I talk to 12. Just because they'll buy it doesn't mean it's something I should sell. Only me and God, cause he was here when I had no one else. People asking me for money just because I'm doing well. Nobody around me knows me better than I know myself. Even when I do a show, I do it just to show myself. Reaching for the stars because I'm nothing like everyone else. Never settled for the money, never bought a Gucci belt. Thank you for your service, it's the only time I talk to 12. Just because they'll buy it doesn't mean it's something I should sell. Only me and God, cause he was here when I had no one else. People asking me for money just because I'm doing well. I do not complain and I always look far beyond the gossip. If they see someone else with it, they all quickly go and cop it. Greed is an addiction and most people never think to stop it. World knocking on my door, but I only get up to lock it. This girl is so basic, she say cap and I be in my bag. I just laugh, I'm glad she in the past and I ain't looking back. Other ex, I got her off and now she out here chasing that. I ain't even popped that cherry bloody like a Jason mask. Master of these puppets, I had music up on Bandcamp. Coming out of California, they call me the Sandman. I met Drake in Santa Barbara, guess that's part of God's plan. I think I might get a tattoo with a Ku Klux Klan. Never had a chance to show the people how I beat my demons. I became friends with all the angels for no single reason. Liberty or death, I speak my truth, I do not waste the freedom. She was in my life for a temporary season. I still push my limits even when I think I've gone the farthest. Watering my field of dreams because I know one day I'll harvest. Talking to the man inside the mirror used to be the hardest. Now I know that everything I've been through makes a better artist. Even when they try to push the painter like I'm Galileo, I still throw a party like bar mitzvahs or like spin the dreidel. Lifting up my homies in their chairs before they pass away so they can't say I never showed them love, they just can't see my halo. I've been working with intelligence just like I'm Alex Rider. I feel like Mike Tyson in his 50s, I'm a balanced fighter. King of .coms like I'm DNA inside a cipher. I've been locked up for some time, feel like a 25 to life. Inception is a movie, this showed me that I'm inside a dream. I woke up in the Animus, I learned that from Assassin's Creed. Every time I make a work of art, it is a masterpiece. Every time I date a woman, it ends as a tragedy. Shakespeare to these little babies, they just don't know how to listen. Talking to yourself all day, but without a vision. Impossible is nothing, I feel like Muhammad on a mission. My third eye is a line between my eyes like the sign division. Multiplying every time I think a thought, it really grows. They just didn't listen to Big L and now it really shows. Mac Dragonomics with the Reaganomics in my prose. I don't do it for the women, all my music for the bros. Interstellar conversations, necromancer to the dead. I released a 78-page book called Voices in My Head. I just like the shape of you, so many women in my bed. I have never lied to you, you lie to you, it's really sad. I keep growing like a red fern, red in kindergarten. I got stabbed by Michael in my hand, that pencil hit the hardest. My technique immortal, but I never wanna be a martyr. I was given flaming swords, what's God cast Eve out of the garden. Spartan just like Leonidas, I just need the kick and snare. This goes out to every girl I flirted with that didn't care. This goes out to everyone I did drugs with that didn't share. This goes out to both my parents, at 16 you wasn't there. Bear the burden like a crown of thorns that's covered in my blood. Atlas shrugged the world, but I still brought the cross I carried up. Life is never fair, so when it isn't, I say fair enough. I'm surrounded by a team that's scared of me, so bear with us. Nobody around me knows me better than I know myself. Even when I do a show, I do it just to show myself. Reaching for the stars because I'm nothing like everyone else. Never settled for the money, never bought a Gucci belt. Thank you for your service, it's the only time I talk to 12. Just because they'll buy it doesn't mean it's something I should sell. Only me and God, cause he was here when I had no one else. People asking me for money just because I'm doing well. I got so much drive inside my body, I don't need a title. Been talking to God for all eternity, this is my Bible. We all come into the world like Jesus as a perfect child. We just let religion tell us how to live, that's really wild. Things are temporary, almost everybody wears a watch. was an illusion, but you wasted time to buy a clock. Most all humans headed for a cliff and they're inside a flock. People really think that God wants us to walk around a box. How much of your life do you think that you spend inside your phone? Mind control is simple, the internet made you all a clone. Every 5-year-old on TikTok acts like they're already grown. I know that I'm blameless since I don't have kids inside a home. She just for the streets, I showed her what it's like to get a nut. Didn't even have to pop her cherry, still made her a slut. One day someone gonna come and repossess her Hyundai truck. When they see you make it, they all wanna say it's cause of luck. I just made the city mine by putting my home on the map. I just won you over with a song because I made you laugh. I'm so careful with my words because I cannot take it back. I was smarter than my parents early and they hated that. Those inside my family terrified of what I'm finna say. Those inside my family aren't safe, that's only latter days. I let my soul fly high when I sleepin' on a Saturday. They say that you cannot make it, but I gave that matter weight. She just made the room reek of a cheap fragrance. I've been at the bottom of the bottom, you can't beat vagrant. Even when my mama tries to love me, I still seem hated. She hides in a higher power, but she has mean face. The eyes do not lie unless they weave a web that's complicated. Truth is always simple, we don't need a book of common praises. Power what they crave and they addicted, so they keep chasing. I keep putting power in my words cause I won't keep waiting. God is ready for the Armageddon and I'm on his side. Baptized one of my exes, so in heaven I got a concubine. I just wanna hit the world up, everyone like Columbine. I just begged for God to kill you and he said it's not the time. Sold my soul to Satan, I wrote my name on a dotted line. I was chasing dragons and I smoked a rock that got me high. German when I robbed the hood, I'm representing Nottingham. Everyone around me has a God, it's called a $sign. Nobody around me knows me better than I know myself. Even when I do a show, I do it just to show myself. Reaching for the stars because I'm nothing like everyone else. Never settled for the money, never bought a Gucci belt. Thank you for your service, it's the only time I talk to 12. Just because they'll buy it doesn't mean it's something I should sell. Only me and God cause he was here when I had no one else. People asking me for money just because I'm doing well. Nobody around me knows me better than I know myself. Even when I do a show, I do it just to show myself. Reaching for the stars because I'm nothing like everyone else. Never settled for the money, never bought a Gucci belt. Thank you for your service, it's the only time I talk to 12. Just because they'll buy it doesn't mean it's something I should sell. Only me and God cause he was here when I had no one else. People asking me for money just because I'm doing well.